this is not the end. I'm bringing you an update from my hook collection, how it has steady been growing since my first hook collection video, which was on 7/30/2021. Let's see what I have acquired since that time. I got this. It's an extra large prim. It's a P, 15 millimeter. Haven't even used it yet. It's still in the box that I bought it in from Michael's. But I like big hooks. If you saw my hook collection video, you know that I have a thing for big hooks. And let's see what else I got. I'm steady working on completing my Clover Amour set. So I think the last one I got was a 8. So this is a 9. So I got a few more to go, and then I'll be satisfied with that set. I said, well, let me see how a cheap set of hooks, aluminum hooks work for me. So I bought Michael's, what are these called? Loops and threads. And I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I can't. They just did not cooperate with my style of crocheting. Now, they might work fine for everybody else, especially if you turn your hook. I don't like to turn my hook. I think a crochet hook should work for you and not you for it. So I don't like these at all. So I did decide to keep them because I'm thinking about possibly doing the bottom parts with polymer clay, just as an experiment. I used to do polymer clay quite regular, so I'm thinking about that. But we'll see what happens with them. Something else I got are, I got them from Amazon. I got a set, 15 hook set of rosewood from Artisans Crafts, and here they are. And great big giant one. Love that. I have recently used one of them. Hadn't got to use all of them yet, but if they perform like it do, then hey, I'm in business. That's the 7. That's the 6.5. I'm looking for it. I'm getting closer because I'm running out of hooks. Let me see. Yes, that's it. I used it to make my nephew's cowl. And this is a 6 millimeter. And this thing performed like a pro. Have a bit of problem with it. It didn't split the yarn. It was all smooth and everything. Everything worked like it was supposed to. So I'm really happy with these. Let's see. The last thing I did, let me see, was like, I decided, since just buying hooks and buying hooks and buying hooks, to try experimenting with making some hooks. So I did some research and got a small sampler box of epoxy resin and tried to create my own hooks. Now I need a UV light because that would make them harder, but the larger size ones are pretty neat. They still got a little bend to them, but they are hardening up. I don't have a UV light yet, and I'm gonna need a dremel or a cutter to take the edges down. The only thing I did not like about dealing with them is the small ones. It was extremely hard getting the epoxy resin in the hook part of them, and they wanted to fall over and everything. So some changes is gonna have to be made for my setup. But I feel like a mad scientist doing that. And I like the color on these, but I think the next ones will be a different color. And I don't mind paying $12.99 for a small box until I figure out my technique, and then maybe we'll step up to something a little more expensive. But as I said before, the larger ones are really nice. I mean, wow. And I think perhaps maybe I put a little too much glitter in it because the glitter was too heavy and it went to the bottom of the mold. But we'll try some more glitter. We'll get some finer glitter and see how that works. But I really like doing it. Like I said, I feel like a mad scientist mixing everything together and choosing my color and everything. But I got a ton of paint, so hey, that's not an issue. I really absolutely loved doing that. Wasn't crazy about the droppers that came with it, so I might invest and get something a little better. But here are the molds, and they just ribbly. I had to figure out how to get them up and off of the hook, but once I figured out the first one, it was easy after that. And the epoxy resin did not stick to them. So if you want to buy the mold release, you can, but I see no point in it if you don't need it. So I really enjoyed that. If you've seen my yarn content, then you know that I did a rant, a video just for these ergonomic Susan Bates. If I can get a shield to go right here over my finger, I think it'll work, but I don't know about that. It was pretty rough. But this is what they're selling now. I'm very pleased with my old set, so I don't know, I might still have these as part of a giveaway. We'll see. Actually, I've already have someone that has asked for them, so we'll see what happens with that. Let's see, are there any hooks that I had mentioned I hadn't used, but now since the time have passed, I have. I used these on my uncle's Afghan. It was a really big Afghan. It really threw my back out. It was so big and heavy. But the BCM Run crochet set, I used the hooks in it to make that Afghan. That Afghan was big. I'll post a picture of it. But they performed like troopers. Had no problem with them. They just, I mean, I didn't have any splittage or anything. Really like these. So at 57 cents each, you can't beat that with a stick. So I suggest, even if you think you're getting clovers but you end up with these, they're still not clovers, but they're good hooks. Hey, what hooks would I like to collect next? I would really like to get the Like set, Lykke. I would like to get a set of the birchwood, probably the black. It's got a black tint to it. Either the black or the blue. Well, the brown's pretty cool too. But I really would like to get those. They were pretty pricey. And I would also like to probably get a couple of furls again. I want to try them again because I think I figured out how to use them. I have to hold my hand different and have to do the knife position, but I think I should be able to accommodate that style of hook. That's, you know, those type of hooks are luxury, especially since I have a very limited budget. That's hopefully coming soon. I really don't want the tulips. They're kind of small, and I don't want the addies. They kind of look like my toothbrush. I'm happy with my collection, and hopefully it's going to grow more and more as time passes. I would like to thank my new subscribers. There was only the one, and now there are over 30. They have 35 the last I looked. So I'm very, very thankful for y'all coming in and seeing so what this little girl talking about. I appreciate it very, very much. You don't know how much I appreciate it, because I was scared to death to start with. You can tell by my very first video, I didn't even talk. I just typed everything out. But but I can talk now a little better. I don't even need a script, so I'm doing better, and hopefully my confidence will increase even more, and I might pop in and say, hey y'all, and you actually see what Not the End actually looks like. Don't worry, I'm not going to scare you. But that's just something to think about. It's a lot to think about. But I thank you again for subscribing. If you have not subscribed and you're watching, please take time to hit the like and subscribe buttons and the notification bell, so that you are alerted whenever I upload content, which is probably going to be pretty regular for the next couple of weeks, because I got some things kind of in the hopper that I'm working on, and I wouldn't want you to miss it. And see if there's anything else I want to say. I think that's about it. That's enough. If you have any questions, I might not have all the answers, but I will try to find the answer for you. And I appreciate you being patient as I take this slowly. Don't worry, we will get this stitching. It's just I want to get everything else out the way. So y'all keep sweet. Send more subscribers. If you're a member of a community, send them my way. Especially if there's a beginner that doesn't know head from tails. Maybe they haven't picked up their first hook or yarn yet. Send them my way. I'll be glad to help them. Y'all keep sweet. Hugs and peace out.